I don't know. Probably.
I was sitting there talking when.
It looks like it's thinking. Maybe we
Is
have
it
no
thinking?
chickens.
Let's see.
That's gonna be.
It did it again. Holy cow! We did it
Is
twice.
that gonna be the face you wanted it to make?
No, it's not. It's okay.
Hey everybody.
Hey.
Can you tell if we're live?
Can you?
does it
I don't
say?
know. I don't even know what's happening. Somebody's watching.
Somebody's with us.
Somebody's
hey
in
guys.
here.
Okay, I'm gonna look down here to see.
Not set. I know. It's a new thing. The internet, Facebook.
I can't decide.
Let's do.
I can't ever decide which kind of comments we need to have. Commenters will only be able to comment every 10 seconds. No,
do
we don't.
follower. Just do regular.
Okay, you have to be a follower if you want to
If you gotta
comment,
choose
guys.
it. Follow Lake Point Madison.
It's limiting us, so if you,
It's
you
limiting
can't
us.
comment unless you're a follower. Hey, Miss Heather. All right, well, Miss Heather is a follower, and she can comment. And Miss Susie. There we go. And I think once we scroll
And
down,
Miss Susie. There they are.
keep
Okay,
scrolling,
fantastic.
we use a
Good to see
different
you.
setup every week, so we have to learn really fast what's going to work and what's not going to work.
We are learning all the time, just constantly learning.
Constantly.
Hey everybody, let us know for real. We're using a laptop again this week, so we're using a laptop. We're gonna see there's no silence noise, and I know Shauna makes fun of me every week for this,
Silence noise.
but I really pay attention to those details. I was gonna see how our volume sounds for real. Just let me know. Say, Danny, you sound
Just
you
now, I
sound
was laughing
okay.
at you for saying, we're using a laptop, there's no silence noise.
I like your earrings.
Thanks. I like them too.
That's what we do.
Teal. Shop Teal.
Teal,
Everybody.
shop teal, shop local. Hashtag walls. Had a great Wednesday morning Bible study with the walls today.
Hashtag walls.
Hashtag walls. In windows.
No, seriously, Teal has the best earring game in town, I think.
Hands down. I
All
always
my
buy my
favorite
earrings there.
Yeah,
Always.
all Danny's earrings are from there.
The last time I did, I've been in Teal in the last year actually. For lots of, I love the people that own it. They're some of our best friends. But also, somebody was sick or something. Somebody was home.
Oh, yeah.
So Shonda sent me out.
That's when I
Thanks,
thought I
Dad.
had COVID, but I don't have COVID.
COVID free. That was a while back.
And you had
Hannah,
to go shopping for my sister's Christmas present.
yeah. So I FaceTimed Shantae from inside Teal so that she could pick out the gifts.
He picked out earrings over FaceTime.
I
I
did.
picked them out over FaceTime.
She picked them out over my FaceTime on my
And
phone.
even still, best earrings we've given.
That's what I do. Hannah Lloyd. Hannah, you want to share anything with the class?
She already did. Her Valentine.
I know. I didn't
Well,
know if everybody
this
else heard
class.
it. This class, Hannah.
Congratulations.
Twins. Who knew?
I think he's
I love twins. Twins are the best. You can speak it. You just speak that out there, Hannah.
I think
Phil?
it's a one single little girl, and that's perfect.
That is absolutely perfect, Hannah. So excited for you and Phil. Man, Phil's looking good, buddy. Hannah, looking sharp. Hey, Hannah, Phil actually asked me yesterday about a lady's phone number that we were talking about the past Sunday, and I need to get it to him, okay? It's from the Morgan County.
Very big.
I'll get with Phil. Just if Phil's there, hello, Phil, and I will get that to you
It's the
soon.
Foster Parent Association
Yep.
for ironing. Guys, he's serious. He wants to iron and really sort and
Hannah, if you
organize.
would please, in the next 37 minutes, however long we're on here, ask Philip to go to an ironing board, start ironing something, and post that picture on here. I will give you something. I'm
Please.
gonna
Yes.
Heather. Let's just go straight to the deep end of the swimming
Heather.
pool. Yes, Miss Chamberlain. I hope you open up all of your classes with that because that's amazing. Are you serious? Hey Heather, don't forget to remind me that time you ate your twin in the womb. Who does that?
Survival of the fittest.
Healthy Hazes. Healthy Hazes. I'm so thankful for you, Brian.
Yay. I'm sorry, I'm still recovering.
Hannah, help, Hannah. I'm nervous right now. I'm a little freaked out.
I can't believe I haven't heard this story. Miss Molly hasn't filled me in on that
Miss
one.
Molly gone.
No.
Hi-yo. Fantastic. So yeah, hope everybody's.
Awesome. That is an awesome
That's the
detail
first
about
time
life.
I've heard that comment today.
Look at how many people are laughing.
The first time I've heard that comment. I'm out. I was
I'm-
a twin. They found.
Speechless.
What to say? Heather, I don't know what to do. That's the weirdest thing I've heard in my entire.
Oh, that's 18 months old. You're the what?
I don't know what to do. I don't
So many details. I mean,
I
obviously
rarely
you would need the details. I
have nothing to say. I almost always have something quick-wit or something.
I can't come up with anything. That is fascinating.
That's so weird. Heather, that's so weird. Susie, help. I think of a lot of words. Hilarious is in the list. It's like number 17 on the list before I get there. Jennifer, are you hearing this?
I've heard of this happening. I just
Jennifer,
didn't
these are your
realize we
people
knew
in Georgia.
I didn't know we knew someone.
Wow. Tell
who
that to upstate
was
New
a
York.
twin
They won't.
eater. No. No, I don't think. Sadly, no. Oh, man. Danny's gone. We've lost him. We're all lost. Oh, man. See, that would make such a good movie, like, if the twin did live somehow and you did, like, Lifetime.
I don't know what
So
to do.
good. So fun. What a fun night. How did we start this? Oh,
I don't, you can't recover from that. You can't. Let's just. That's the best. Zachary. Zachary, please scroll up and read the rest of the comments.
Welcome,
This is the
Zachary.
weirdest
Welcome.
Wednesday night I've ever had in my life. This is fantastic.
I'm going to need anyone else listening to tell me right now if you were a twin and you ate your other twin and then had it surgery. Oh, I love it. I just love that. You told us that. It just makes me so happy. She said when she was on the superintendent's board of teachers committee, the superintendent asked for a fun fact about you. And I shared that. It is a fun fact. Look how much fun we're having.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Of
wow.
all the things that I thought somebody would say tonight, that would never have crossed my mind. Not in a million.
No, we're going to Ash Wednesday, like all kinds of stuff. Justin.
You missed
Justin,
it, Justin.
wow.
You had to start over.
Wow.
Well, I would tell you the whole details, but we can't get through a sentence.
I don't know what to do.
Okay.
I don't know what to. Oh, she's still. Oh.
That's true.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
You got to stop. It's too much. Heather. Oh man.
I think
Oh,
you
that's
win the share a fun fact game every party.
That's
I feel
the
like
best.
if every time you're like, I've got a fun fact.
I don't know. I don't even know. I want to be struggling for the rest of the
I
night.
think the-
I'm not going to see. I'm
I think
done.
the appropriate thing is that you absorbed your.
Jeez.
Sorry, that made it worse. I think that's worse.
Carolyn, help us. All right, Jennifer. Okay, so I'm out. I'm out.
Sibling rivalry.
And people are still here. There's like 22. That's fun. So
So fun.
Happy Wednesday.
I love that.
Happy Wednesday,
I loved
everyone.
it. You're going to have to start over, Leanne. I'm sorry.
Leanne, it's
Start
there's a
over.
lot. Hashtag. Oh,
Okay,
man.
fresh start.
Hello, everyone.
Happy
We're glad that you're
Wednesday.
here tonight. It is Ash Wednesday. We're going to be talking about that in a little bit. I'm really glad we've had a chance to catch up. It is. It is. That's a lot.
It is funnier to
There's
see.
so much. There's so much in this complex. Heather, here he goes. Brian, I saw that you were watching this, and I've heard part of that story, and I didn't know.
I actually heard that story too, Brian.
I didn't know where to.
I knew
You
the
made
story,
that.
but I didn't know if I should like call you
Wow.
out. Just say, you know,
I mean,
that you were the
let's-
wrong twin.
Brian and Jackie, y'all really need to hang out with Heather and Justin soon, and
You guys
y'all
would
already have
be
something
really
in
good
common.
friends. Yeah,
Something in common.
Lots of topics. to talk
wow.
about. Lots of
Wow.
conversation.
I'm pretty sure that's true. Jennifer's twins are alive.
Thankfully, they're
and
both alive and well in here.
The left and right handed ones.
And currently buried in snow, from what we can
Wow,
see.
Jennifer, can you put a picture of the snow on here so we can see
In
it?
case you're wondering where we live, it's the one part of the country that got zero snow.
I heard this morning on the radio,
cold.
70% of America is covered in snow right now.
And we
It's us in Hawaii, and it's not.
I think
in
there's a
Florida.
line of snow that just barely goes across
It-
ahead of us.
I heard on the news the other day, it said it was snowing in like Carrollton, Alabama, snowing. No snow. Snowing in Anderson, South Carolina. Like it literally jumped over us like a speed hump in downtown Buckhead. Like
Somebody
it just
said
went
it
up and
snowed
over.
on the beach in Texas.
Texas, y'all. Oh, hey, we got some serious things coming a little
We
bit.
do.
Texas is absolutely crazy. So, and for real, well, look, we'll do this now. We've had some crazy fun, and we'll continue with the fun. I do want to ask everybody while you're still on here right now, please be praying for Bill Means' dad, his mom and dad. They're living in Texas in the Houston area, and I'm just going to read, if it's okay, Susie. I think Susie's on here still. His dad is in the hospital, in the emergency room, waiting on scan results. Pain has subsided, which is good. On the other hand, though, Bill's mom is still at their apartment at their facility where they live, a retirement facility, with no power still. Terrible weather day, supposed to freeze over again tonight. Bill's sister Elaine's really struggling because she's on the ground, like, so close right there.
Get there, yeah.
So y'all everybody in Texas, and it's
Well,
crazy.
they had
'cause
the
I don't think
hardest
there's much
time
we can
even
do.
getting to the hospital.
Yeah,
They
just getting
called
to.
911. No one could come to them, and then the fire truck had to come and escort them to the
Yeah.
hospital or get
some-
them. So they
Susan,
already
that's
have a
crazy.
hard time, and they think it's kidney stones.
I mean, it sounds, but
I think.
we're hoping for, I mean, you know that, just
Bless their
something they can
hearts.
get there and diagnose, but so cold. So many folks there out in Texas. And
It is not fun. You think at first, like, oh, snow day, we'll be home. But when the power's out,
that's different,
and it's so cold outside.
different level. And it's
I mean,
Texas,
our
you know?
Christmas morning was powerless, and we had
Yeah.
fire going all morning.
We had a
and
fire
it was
going, it was
still really miserable, and
so
not
pretty
that
chill.
cold outside. So I can't imagine.
Meanwhile, like I'm upstate New York, up there in Buffalo, where Jennifer is, I mean, they've got a foot of snow on the ground right now. But again, I mean, they've got salt trucks, but it's weird. And Jennifer grew up in the South. She knows, like in the South, we don't get the
We're not
snow as
prepared.
much as that ice and stuff that just shuts everything down. And so it's a once in a lifetime kind of freeze. And so anyway,
Crazy.
Bill, praying for your family, praying for your dad and your mom and your sister. But it's crazy. Hey, real quick, let me share a couple other prayer requests. One, Miss Yvonne Smith, who is stinking sweet. She sent this to me earlier. Her coworker, Melissa Rutherford. Some of us in Madison area might know Miss Melissa. She works there at the courthouse. Father passed away this morning from COVID, and her son is in my son Luke's class. So they're in class together. The Benoff family, we've been praying for Jacob Benoff, still recovering. His mom Judy was supposed to come. I've checked. I'll let you know when I find out. To see if Miss Judy was going to be coming home from the hospital. She's been in the hospital in Athens for the last few days, making progress with the COVID, but praying that she comes home soon and is able to get that. Miss Linda said there's snow in Louisiana. Linda, that's
Wow.
wild. That's absolutely crazy.
Carolyn Killer's son-in-law James and Christy Odom are in El Paso. Finally have electricity, but can't drive on the roads. Wow.
Mercy,
Everybody's covered in snow.
Everybody's covered in snow. So keep checking on them, y'all. I mean, Carolyn, let us know. And like we said, if there's anything that we could do from here, from Georgia, we will. But that's absolutely crazy. So in Linda Ramey in Louisiana, like in the Bayou, I mean, for real area, got snow. That's just crazy. So we'll be praying.
One
for them.
praise, if you were here last Wednesday and haven't heard since, my student had been hospitalized. He has come home from the hospital and is doing much, much, much better. Excuse me. He's got longer had been before he's back at school, but you can keep praying for his family. His parents, we found out, I think they had COVID before he had it, and so both of their work has been affected. So they're both unemployed at this point because they were sick and just unable to work. And then he ended up being hospitalized. So we're sort of just praying for that family and going to look for opportunities to help them out and have them back all the way back to normal. But it'll be a little while. But we are so thankful that he is home.
Yeah, very thankful for that. Thanks, man.
Definitely.
And continue to pray for the schools and everybody. Y'all, we've had a couple of good church services. We begin to gather back and do that. And still offering the online. All of our online folks. We asked a few people today We have a Wednesday morning crowd. So if you're free on Wednesday mornings, or if you want to today, Jeff Rogers has been teaching in the book of Ephesians, and it was really cool today because I'm hanging out on the computer while he's doing the teaching and kind of interacting. And there's some people there in the room, but then the same number are online, so it's really cool. So this morning it was really neat because we had everybody in the room, and then Eddie Smith was online, and then his son Joseph, who's in Turkey, the nation of Turkey, stationed in the Air Force, was logging in, and it was dinner time over there. So it was just this cool kind of time where Eddie and his son Joseph, and I was texting Miss Yvonne because she couldn't get the volume up in the office where she was working, so we were just having this whole thing. But that was neat, y'all. So Wednesday mornings has become a really, really good time for that. Tim McCart, good to see you, brother. Thankful for you. Miss Kim. Miss Kim, you were one of, if not the most active, one of probably, Miss Linda's on here every Wednesday, and Carolyn is as well, but active online. You know, every time we're online, Kim, you are a part of Lake Point, and I'm so thankful for you. Kim, you asked us earlier in the Wednesday morning crowd to be praying. I think, I don't have it written down here, was it your husband and your son? I think, I wanted to touch base. Just if you get us an update on that, if everybody doesn't know Miss Kim, this is her here. But if you're up for it, Kim, just give us a little update. We'd love to, share that with a few other folks and be praying for it. Be praying for you. How was your day?
Good. We keep having the returning stomach bug. So I was home with a couple of kids today.
This day. Give us this day.
Since about 4 a.m., we've been dealing with a little bit of tummy issues, so it was my turn to be home, and that's okay. It was fine. We had a good time.
I took Caroline to school.
Caroline made it to school because
she's a
was
beast.
unscathed, and she really loved school, and was really sad to miss. But the boys stayed here with me. So.
Well, I was going pretty good until I forgot to pick Caroline up from school today. Called Shante as I was leaving the church.
It's not even like, did you forget? Because
no, in my mind it was supposed to be 3:30. In my mind, 3:30. And then as I was just hanging out in the church. I mean, everybody had left. It was quiet. It was quiet downtime. I was like, this is so nice.
So the kids ride the bus to the high school every day. They get off the bus, and I'm right there usually because I have bus duty. Today I wasn't there for bus duty, and so at 3:15, Danny texted and said, "What time does Caroline get off the bus?" And I said, "Right now.
Right now.
She's getting off the bus right now."
Yep.
And no one is there. I mean, there are other teachers.
So thankfully, Shawnee called Josh Beck's sister.
So I rallied the troops, and they grabbed her for me.
Worked out. Good people grabbed her, like good, trustworthy
co-workers.
Christian folk. You know. So
it was fine. It worked out.
Get there a little bit later, but no, we had a good day with that one. Y'all's been a busy couple of days at Lake Point. We're really thankful for so many people that are stepping up. William Durden is doing a phenomenal job with our men's group that meets every other Tuesday. We had a great meeting last night. And then Janaea Weaver and Tisha Septeron they're leading up. And I think Janaea is teaching, right? The women's Bible study on Monday evenings at the church. And that's just been a huge, if you would, thank you, Kim. Email me that or private message me, PM me. But no, Janaea Weaver, we're thankful for that one. And then Miss Ann Harper leads a group on Monday mornings for the ladies. So it's just been a good time. I think people getting back together. A lot of our life groups are starting back up. We're having one Sunday after church. And Susie Means, it's on here, y'all. I think most of you do know Miss Susie by now, Susie and Bill. Miss Susie's doing an exceptional. Susie, I'm so thankful for you and Bill. Just daily encouragements and daily conversations and checking in with folks, our online community. So Susie, we're thankful for you and appreciate all the work that you're doing.
Yes.
Come see, come stop. So we wanted to jump on here tonight like we've done for just a little while. It is Ash Wednesday. Today is actually Ash Wednesday. And did you grow up doing Ash Wednesday in church?
Did not.
Neither did I, nor I. So a lot of kids would show up in schools back in the day with the ashes on their heads. And some of you guys might have had that where you had the ashes on your head. A lot of the Methodist, Episcopalian, maybe the Presbyterians. Anybody grew up Presbyterian? Catholic, big Catholic tradition. In the Baptist world, not so much. Like we didn't do that. In the Pentecostal world,
we knew it was Ash Wednesday. I think we
knew it. I'm sure acknowledged it.
We didn't actually do the ashes.
Yeah, do the ashes.
Forehead.
If you're unfamiliar
college,
with it,
I think the first
in college,
time,
was it First Baptist, wasn't it?
Well, we went with Daniel to
the Methodist church. We went to the Methodist church.
We had to have a Methodist roommate for it, or he did, so it had to happen.
What?
For us to have Ash Wednesday, we went with Daniel.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Gavin Smith. I was like,
sure. I don't know. Okay. Gavin was not here.
I'm sorry.
You were there, Gavin.
We did. Yeah, we did.
Not
Gavin was
everywhere.
too busy lost in the Mardi Gras. I get it, Gav. Fat Tuesday. Calm down. Okay? Calm down. But yeah, for those that are
Sorry,
familiar
Gav.
with the tradition, those that aren't, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful tradition. That's right. It is a very old tradition, you know, it started out many, many moons ago. And we still do celebrate it. A lot of churches right now, actually, it's pretty cool if you've never seen a church service. We partnered with the Baptist Church last year and went to their service and were able to participate with that. Right now, I think in this very moment, New Generation Bible Church, which is Stacy Chapman and her husband's church right there in Madison, they are hosting a service. I mean, I invite you to go check them out on Facebook. Solid. I got to spend some time with them earlier this week at the primary school. But just look into that one. But no, I mean, Ash Wednesday is a time that actually commemorates, it marks the 40 days leading up to Easter. So it's a time in the church calendar for Christians to set aside 40 days to remember specifically what Jesus did by going into the wilderness for 40 days after he was baptized. If you didn't know that story, he comes out of the water, the dove comes down from heaven, and it says Jesus is immediately led by the Spirit into the wilderness where he fasted and prayed for 40 days, which is pretty substantial. The ashes, if you didn't know, fun fact, in a lot of churches, we're not doing it tonight. We don't have ashes. We do have ashes from our fireplace. We're not going to be disrespectful.
That would be weird if we did.
But
We do.
a lot of times churches use the ashes when they actually burn the palm branches from the year before, from Palm Sunday, and use the ashes from that the next year. Just a symbolic, cool kind of circle. Again, we're not doing that at Lake Point this year.
I have to say, I am impressed with their level of organization to be able to keep up. With
Yes. I am
ashes
impressed
from
and also
all
questioning some of it because who's going to know? I'm just being honest.
Just as someone who
It is.
in leadership of a church. Where do you store those, guys? Help me understand.
The
I
kids'
know they're
classrooms
I know they're
empty.
important.
I really don't know.
I would have to I'd be having to make new ashes every year and say like, yeah, these are them. We kept them for a whole year. I just feel like we can't keep up with like our Christmas tree every year. We're not sure where it is. So
It's in a storage room somewhere.
yeah.
Gavin says Shrove Tuesday is a day that many denominations commemorate as well, too. It's the official name of the day before Ash Wednesday.
I didn't know that, Gavin.
I should
I
have
just
known that.
assumed I wasn't cool enough. And
I
it was
didn't either.
something
I thought it was just a
pop
European thing.
culture.
You know, you're always progressive and stuff. But no, I didn't. I really didn't know that.
That's
I mean,
very
for
cool.
real, we have. I mean, they call it Fat Tuesday. Probably just
It's not a.
Mardi Gras for real.
not the
Not
same.
is biblical, but the idea with that one is get all the fun out. Get as before you
Lent.
start fasting. Like
Because
get
in
that one a
a
little.
lot of traditions, you give something up for Lent, whether it's meat or some other dietary restriction. A lot of people now do social media or they limit social media during Lent. It's actually, if you count it out, it's 46 days.
It's, I think 46. Yeah.
Because Sundays are not counted in the 40-day count. So that's why it starts on a Wednesday and it would level out to be 40.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's Lent.
So as you're leading up to it. So if you've never done Lent before, our friend Steve Powers that just passed last week, he was always big, and I love this. He was big on saying it's always good to give things up. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's also a wonderful time to pick something new up as well, to bring
He did
in
say
tradition.
that.
So he said, feel
Add
free to give up
something new.
meat or chocolate, but also it's a great time to add in another Bible study or a prayer time or a time of reflection or I think that's a great time for that. It's a
That's a
good
good
40
point.
days leading up to Easter to bring on new habits, to look into, and we've talked about this before, in areas that are close to your heart that you know are also close to the Lord's heart through Scripture, whether it's caring for the orphans and widows or foster care or just anything. I mean, anything in the schools for the senior citizens in our area, but just finding a thing to get more plugged into. That would be good.
I like
Jennifer,
that.
that's probably what we would have done. Keep them in there. Tim knows. Keep them in the ash box. Just what happens.
That makes sense. I'm sure there's some procedural way to keep
There's a procedural way. We're just not there.
We don't have that procedure, but
We don't have that procedure. So yeah, we're looking forward to doing this. We haven't, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, haven't discussed Lent a whole lot in our house as far as if we're giving something up. We'll be talking about that tonight because
we have not.
might start the day after. You know what I mean? But I
well,
would encourage
tomorrow
that
morning
one.
we'll probably
Tomorrow
decide
morning.
something.
Tomorrow morning with that one.
It will
So-
not be the Daniel fast. I can tell
We
you
will not be
right now.
Daniel fasting this
I'm
time.
Daniel fasted out.
That was good
for
for
the
me,
year.
but that was a lot.
It's a lot.
So
I was just yesterday thinking how glad I am we're not in the middle of Daniel fast. I don't know what made me think that, but I thought, man, I'm glad we can just eat regular food now.
yeah,
But
It's
it
good.
is a
Moderate.
healthy thing. We do it once a year, and I feel really good that we do it. And then I'm very thankful for
That's right.
going back to normal. But for Lent, I think it's also just a time, like you said. I think I may try to add in just time to be quiet
Mm-hmm.
and just set a reminder on my phone or I'm not great about waking up extra early just for that, but adding a time in there I can be realistic about focusing on prayer
Yeah.
or something. But
Yeah.
I like the idea
No
of
better
adding
time for
something
that.
in.
And anytime we can anticipate something, I think
Mm-hmm.
in all of our lives right now, the season that we're all in, I think culturally, whether we're in England, like my friend Gavin, or in Georgia, or up in upstate New York, like Jennifer, I think we're living in a world where everybody's waiting for something good, anticipating and seeking something good. So let's do that, y'all. As Christians, as followers of Jesus, let's be intentional about remembering that the Easter is coming. And now, naturally, we know that Easter has already happened, but it's that anticipation, that building up time of saying, "Hey, we are seeking that. We want to prepare our hearts for it." I'm really considering, and I actually sent it to Jeff just a little bit ago, or the pastor on staff, preaching for the next couple weeks on the last words of Jesus on the cross as we look at getting ready for Easter. So anyway, I think we're going to be building up this whole time leading up to it. I did wonder why I would find random bags of dry. Yes, there it is, Hannah. There it is.
There they are.
So we're looking forward to that one. And if you're looking for a devotional, and this is just a simple one, you might have got a message from Michelle Benoff. Let me read this real quick. Yes, Miss Judy made it home last night. She's doing much better. They also arranged for a nurse to come twice a week. The nurse came this afternoon to check vitals. Vitals were all good. Physical therapy will come tomorrow. She's still resting a lot, but that is to be expected. Really good news. So the Benoff family, we're very thankful for you and looking forward to it.
What a crazy couple of weeks.
Y'all, that family has been through it. They have been through it. So continue to pray for real. If you're up for taking a meal or a gift card, let's just love them. This is a devotion I'm going to be doing. I'm starting it today. I haven't done it yet because I found it just a little while earlier, but it's going to be an easy one. Just on the Bible app. You have the Bible app. It's called Eyes Wide Open, a 40-day Lenten devotional on how Christ's sacrifice elevates our witness. I'm going to hold up the screen. Ready? Might be a little too bright. Whoa, wow. Can you see it? There it is. That's what it looks like. Okay, so if you're looking for one, that's what it looks like in the Bible app. I would encourage you just to check it out. I'll take a screenshot of it as well. And I wanted to highlight this because I think it's important. The Bible app, for what I can tell, is mostly filled with good devotionals. One of my personal preferences, I think my wife does the same, is always trying to find out who wrote it. You know what I mean? Because there are some people who don't really follow the Bible really well that write Bible devotionals. I'm not a fan of those. So this one was actually written by the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. Pretty trustworthy group of folks. So I'm going to back that one. I haven't read it, but I'm still, based on everything I've seen from them so far, I'm trusting it. But I'll be starting that one.
Long list of people that we could recommend.
Long list of folks that we trust and recommend.
Had a question, you could just ask, is this person going to be in line with the Bible? And we can pretty much tell you.
That's good.
Pretty much. Right?
We listen to the Joy FM in our house. It's
Joy?
Joy. No,
Are you
it's
gonna
not spell it. It's J93.3.
Well, in
Put it on a
Covington,
t-shirt. Look,
it's
doesn't it look weird on the screen?
89.7 or 80.
89.9. 93.3 in Covington.
Yes, but in here it's
88.9. 88.9 the Lake Morgan, Clark County kind of area.
Athens. It
Athens.
It actually covers like 4 states. They're wonderful.
It's a great group. Really good. They do legitimate Bible studies found on the app. And check that one out, Heather. And we listen to the J93.3 or the Joy FM. And they have an app for that one too. I have it on my phone. I can hold it up. Let's do it. Since we're doing the apps. Hold on. Oh, mercy. Here it is. Whoa,
we're not
gracious.
millennials, clearly.
Looks like this. You ready? I'm not a millennial.
No.
I'm not. Oh, wow.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh, the red one.
Diggy. CBN News is up there too. Facebook. Anyway, that's the Joy FM. Just for fun. We can do that. But no, we also listen to Joy FM, and you have an app on your phone. It's got pretty good reception, really good reception in Madison and Morgan County, going up to Athens area. But one of the things they've been talking about, this is nothing to do with Ash Wednesday, the last couple of weeks, is the lady in the morning, her name is Carmen, is how intentional she feels the church needs to be in this next time of making sure we are sticking with Scripture and keeping things very grounded. And she pointed out, I'm not going to listen tonight because it's Ash Wednesday, we're going in a different direction. But y'all, I mean, for real, there are some Bible studies that some churches do. There are some curriculums that some people use that have kind of gotten away from just using Scripture. And we want to make sure, like, look, it's great to have commentary, great to have extra thoughts. But anyway, all that to say, Heather, let me know what you think about this app. We'll check it out. Make sure it's good.
I will always read a book or devotion. I just want to be certain that I'm also going back and asking myself, how do I feel like this lines up with the Bible? And consistently there are some authors that seem to be just putting a lot more of their opinion in there. It's not that they're bad people. They're just, sometimes it's a little more opinion, a little less based in scripture. And so we do try to make sure it's at least scriptural.
Make sure it's grounded in scripture and scriptural.
Yeah.
That's just kind of what we do at Lake
But
Point.
if
It's
you
worked
need
for
a good
couple thousand
resource,
years.
I will say Carmen, I can't remember her last name, but she's on the Morning Cruise, the Joy FM, and she has a podcast
Endorsement.
that's actually really, really solid.
Yeah.
And she,
I'm
several
amazed.
of my favorite books that I found and devotions that I found and podcasts that I found have been
Shonda's a
through her.
podcaster.
Yeah.
When she's not listening about Jesus on podcasts, she's listening to things on how to murder your husband.
No.
How many murder things have you
How
listened?
people get caught in murdering their husband.
Okay, which is better? How to not get caught.
I'm a true crime podcast listener. I admit it. I don't listen in front of the kids. It's only. It is a lot of murder. It is a lot.
It's okay.
But really, it's how people have solved murders. It's not.
Yeah, it's totally different. Totally fine. Hey, this is the first one, and I downloaded this just a little while ago. As we're getting into Ash Wednesday, I'm just going to read these 2 verses. It is from that devotional that I'm going to be doing. You're welcome to join in with us. Heather, if you download that thing, it says you can do it with friends. I haven't done that
You
very
can share
often.
it with
Feel
people.
free to find me on there and be happy to make comments and stuff on that one as well. Oh, mercy.
Oh, you clicked out of it. It's over now.
Heavens to Betsy.
It's gone.
Oh, gracious.
You lost it.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Hold on. Hold that thought. Love, anxiety, healing, anger.
Eyes wide open.
That's what's going into the great wide open. You know who sings that? Me either. All right. Start playing. Let's start playing. Let's do the
You have to
devotional.
tell it.
I haven't even started. Let's do the.
Here it
Okay.
is.
I'm gonna do one. Wow, tense. We're losing them like flies. Okay. This is from Isaiah chapter 53, verses 13 to 15, which is cool because Isaiah wrote this a long time before Jesus was actually born. See, my servant will act wisely. He will be raised and lifted up and highly exalted. Just as there are many who were appalled at him, his appearance was so disfigured beyond that of any human being, and his form marred beyond human likeness. So he will sprinkle many nations. Kings will shut their mouths because of him. For what they were told they will see, and what they have not heard they will understand. And he goes on to say in Isaiah 53 verse 5, but he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him, and by his wounds we are healed. I'm just going to read this next little 2 paragraphs, and then we'll talk about some other things. There is no better time during the church year or in modern day culture to reflect upon the implications of Christ's sacrifice at Calvary and the ripple effects which have resulted than now. If we look closely, we see the kingdom of God moving, growing, pushing us closer to Jesus and closer to those who need him. The Lenten season ought to push us to the place of discomfort so that we would love God and others better. Beyond a fleeting moment when the earth was shaken and the heavens opened, the death and the sacrifice leading up to it of Jesus carries with it a finality of our mission to tell others of this work that changes everything. So y'all, I'd invite you, and it has a lot of other information on that one, but if you're up for that, for the next 40 or so days as we're getting ready to start the Easter season, to think, oh man, I'm not Jennifer Spring the app, this is awkward, but to think about some things that we can do and bring into our daily lives to prepare our hearts for Easter, which seems like it's going to be a long time, but it's not going to be that long at all. Whether it's something we give up, I had lunch with a good friend of mine today, and he's given up quite a few things. He's taken it very serious. He's really trying to discipline himself. So whether it's giving up something like a meal or a food item or an internet or the social media, or if it's taking on something new, I would invite y'all to join us in that as we prepare our hearts for it. Jesus did this, and he was perfect. You know, he took 40 days before he did any type of ministry, any type of miracle, any type of preaching. He took 40 days to prepare his heart and his body and his mind. So I think that was a good example for us. So I'd encourage you, consider that one. Got anything, Mama?
No, I always appreciate one, and I think it helps me to get my mind in the right place for Easter. Just because the way our schedules are and everybody's schedules, you tend to be so busy that Easter can just be another Sunday or a Sunday that you have to have a nice, pretty dress on, or you have to dress the kids up. But I think having this 40 days leading up to it kind of helps me to refocus what my attention should be on, and that it is the sacrifice of Jesus, and that he was victorious for us. So just putting all that in our mind now and how it affects us for these 40 days really makes Easter that much more real, and it's also a fun Sunday to be
that's
with
a fun
our church
Sunday.
family, and I'm looking forward to that too.
It's gonna be a good
Hopefully
Sunday.
it won't be in our front yard on video like
It
this
won't.
last Easter.
Just gonna say that's not going to. So we're gonna have that's crazy. That was a year ago, but we are looking forward to that. So if there's something that we can do, my wife and I can do for you tonight, or a prayer request, a couple people are going to be messaging us prayer requests and keeping us updated, and then let us know. We want to do what we can to love one another and to serve one another, and let our church know we're here for you. Okie doke.
Sounds good.
That's all I
That's
got.
it. Yeah.
So if you need
Send
anything,
me-
y'all, let us know. We will be online Sunday at 9 and 11 during our services if you're on here or if you're in the building. We had another young 13, 14, wants to know about getting baptized and set up a meeting with Jeff, I think Sunday after church. So it's a cool time, y'all. I'm excited about that. And to me, there's nothing better that can prepare our hearts for what's happening on Easter than to see so many baptisms lined up, and these beautiful ladies that were baptized Sunday, these young ladies, and just their stories. So we're just trusting the Lord and thanking Him for giving us a chance to share His good news. So praying for everybody tonight. Susie will please keep us updated on Bill's family. Continue to pray for folks in Texas, and man,
Yeah, keep us posted on all the prayer requests.
Yep.
Certainly. We
On
want
all
to be
those.
praying for that.
but we'll check in with you guys soon. Okay.
Okay.
And